Tina, I got a question for you.
Okay, Jeff.
If you were to build a new house, which you're not, because I'm not putting any ideas in your head to do that, what would be the first thing that you would need to do to build a nice, beautiful home?
I don't know the ins and outs of construction, but I'm pretty sure the first thing I see is a foundation being built. But I bet there's maybe a little step before that, but foundation for sure.
Foundation. I thought you'd have said decorate and do all the fancy stuff, pick out the furniture.
Pick out all your things, curtains.
Yeah, all that stuff. But I guess you realized you couldn't do that if you didn't have a foundation.
If you didn't have a foundation, then there's nothing to build or decorate. Oh. Right? You got to build it. You got to lay the foundation, then you build on it, then you get to decorate.
Gotcha. Josh, when you talk to people about nutrition, do they try to decorate their nutrition first?
Almost every time.
Oh, they don't have a foundation?
Nope.
They go straight to...
They like to paint the house and hang up the drapes and put blinds on the windows.
Constantly remodeling.
Yes.
Trying every new look and style and anything that can go with nutrition. They've tried all of it.
Yep.
And what makes them jump around from new idea to new idea, new trend to new trend? What makes them do that? Or why do they do that? Why do they feel like they have to do that?
Well, they try something and something may work for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's not working. And then so there's this roller coaster of up and down and all around and nothing sticks.
So would you say they lack a foundation?
I would definitely say that.
So just like building a house, our nutrition is no different. We need a foundation. That's obviously our topic for today, is why the foundation is so important when it comes to nutrition. And the good news is the foundation can actually be pretty simple. Just like if you looked at a house, it's very simple. It's concrete, it's wood, it's a frame, and that's all it is. But that's what's going to hold the house together for the lifetime of the house. And same thing for nutrition is, having that foundation that's strong enough, no matter when times are tough, when you go through the 4 seasons of life, the winter, the summer, the hot, the cold, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The stresses of life, your foundation is there to fall on and keep everything going strong without any big swings or having to do this build a whole new house. We just maybe remodel it a little bit. We change a few things to keep up with the times. Fighting my wife on that right now. She just brought up, we've only had our house for 8 years and the kitchen is not good enough anymore.
Oh, wow. My kitchen's really old, but
don't tell my wife because we're 17 years in. And
you're getting a new kitchen, I thought. Sorry, off topic.
Yeah, well, the problem is Deanna visited a few newer kitchens here lately and seen what's in and out. And
that's an interesting point. Do you think people visit other people's nutrition foundations and think, wow, what are they doing? I should do that too.
They don't ever go in the basement and check out their foundation.
No. So yeah, but
they just look at the fads, the trends, the decorations.
Yeah, when someone's redecorating their nutrition, we do see that. And that's probably what makes us jump from different decors so that we can try something new and think that it's going to work better or faster or easier than just going back to that basic, boring, I want to use the word boring, foundation.
But yeah, down to the studs foundation. So
it's reliable and it works.
Yeah, it functions. It's always there versus all the trends, all the fads, they come and go. They give us a good feeling and then they give us a bad feeling because now they're outdated and it sucks.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's ugly. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. But we still like the base of our house so we don't move because we like everything else around it and the overall functionality of it. So the reason we even came up with this whole foundation is because we watch too many people go through these trends, these fads, the ins and outs of trying all these new things, and we had to come up with something easier.
Yeah, it was like watching somebody solve a complicated problem that they were never going to figure out, but they kept making it more complicated and complex versus zooming out and getting just right back to the basics, the foundational basics.
I don't know about you guys, but when you're sitting across from somebody on the table here and they're telling you all the things that they're doing, it's always an answer to the questions to say, well, are you doing these foundational items? And it just brings the conversation full circle.
And the crazy part is usually no. They're skipping a couple parts of the foundation, which again leads to collapse. It leads to unsustainability. Can't do this anymore. So then it's on to the next new kitchen.
Yep. Redecorate.
Yeah, time to redecorate because this fad is over. This trend is over. Whatever it may be. Versus like Tina said, let's strip all the decorations away, strip away all the fancy stuff. And what are the 5 things that, maybe I could just live by that my body needs on a day-to-day basis, a week-to-week basis. And no matter what happens in my life, I can always fall back and check when things aren't going well, check these 5 items and see if any of them aren't missing. And anytime somebody's on a struggle with their nutrition and we ask them, are you doing these 5 things? Is it usually a yes or a no?
Not if they're struggling.
If they're struggling, then they're not doing, they're most likely not doing the foundational items.
At least one, if not
multiple,
several.
Yeah.
Or all of a sudden missing. And then it makes it very simple to know what to go back to focus on. So if, makes everything easier for everybody. It simplifies things when we can just, if somebody's struggling with something like, well, are you doing the 5 things? Nope. Okay. Well, I know where to go. I'm going to go buy my fruit now. So enough talking about it. I guess we should probably tell everybody, what are these 5 things?
Yeah. What are the 5 things? So
Josh, what are the 5 things?
Number 1, water.
Water. 64 ounces a day.
Yep. That's a good place to start.
Perfect. That's easy enough. What's number 2?
Protein.
What's that mean?
You need to eat meat. Or supplement with some kind of,
If you are a vegetarian, we can have that whole other conversation.
Yes.
Most of our community is meat eaters. So
protein source of some kind.
Yeah, protein source. Number 3.
Fruits.
How many?
2 fruits a day.
Okay. It's easy.
Yep.
What's number 4?
2 veggies a day.
That's it.
That's all there is to it.
And what's number 5?
Let's eat our meals at home.
I could do that. What do you think, Tina? Is that simple enough?
I think it sounds pretty simple. In fact, I had to use that this week. I was on a vacation last week where I was being fed like every 3 or 4 hours at wonderful restaurants and places. And this week I'm kind of wondering like when I'm going to get my food delivered to me and like where's dessert after literally every meal. And this week I got home and I'm getting back in routine, and I am revisiting my foundation this week just to keep me on track. So again, something that you can use anytime, right? Anytime. It should be that easy that it's like that I know exactly what to get back to. I don't have to question it. It's not complicated, and I don't have to make it complicated unless I so choose to.
Yeah. And, a big reason, hopefully something that people probably aren't picking up on, it's drink water, eat protein, eat 2 fruits, eat 2 veggies, eat at home. Those 5 things, nothing is taking away from anything. So our foundation doesn't rip anything apart, doesn't take anything away. All it does is add to your life. Yeah. And most of the time when people, that's one of the beauties of this. If people are drinking too much soda, they're probably not getting 64 ounces of water. If we add water, soda disappears. And we can go down the line of how if we just add these things, it's amazing how other things just disappear. And that's, one of the big reasons why we came up with this foundation as well, is that there is no restriction. There is no taking away, because that's what every other fad does. And that's what makes every other trend or fad unsustainable, is the restriction, the feeling like you're in this prison. And we had to find a new way to get away from that. So any other thoughts that you guys have on why this is so important that we build this amazingly strong foundation?
I don't have anything
No,
to
I
add
think
to
you nailed
really.
it.
I mean, If you're doing these 5 things consistently, you are on a good path.
Yep. And then, is this the perfect plan? No, this isn't the perfect house, but this is the strongest house that will last forever. And when you can do these things and you're doing all these things, then you can put some decorations on. You can fine tune exactly how much protein, exactly how much of this or how much of that to get exactly where you want to go. But when you can do these 5 things, then making those changes becomes really simple. Mm-hmm. But trying to do all those, what we say simple things is really hard if parts of the foundation are broken. So hopefully that's helpful. And if you have any questions, let us know.